motherfucking free black, nigga. Check me out, nigga.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Sport Breaks. I am your host, Dante Washington, back with you guys again for another episode. Before we even get started today, let's go ahead and do the usual. Subscribe to Sport Breaks on Spotify or wherever you are getting your podcasting from. Also find me on all social media accounts. I'm currently doing a video right now on YouTube. Follow me on there, subscribe to me, hit that bell so it'll notify you whenever I upload anything, alright? Again, it is free. Support the movement, support the channel, and I really appreciate it. So, now that that's done, let's get started, alright? As you can see, I am decked down in my Portland Trailblazer gear. Of course, number 0 for that guy. Big news came about to the last day or so, and I'll be honest with you guys, being a Portland Trailblazer fan, I needed a day or so to process the information. I knew it was information that was going to be coming down, but nonetheless, as a Portland Trailblazer fan, I need for you to understand and forgive me for being hopeful. I have liked a franchise since the Jordan era, when we had the Terry Porters and Cliff Robinsons and Clyde Drexler. I've liked the Trailblazers since then. So while all my friends was, of course, I like Jordan. I like certain players, but a lot of people gravitated towards Jordan and the Bulls. I was a Portland Trailblazer fan. And I've been a fan, graciously taking lumps, taking hits, crazy draft picks, being what the NBA classifies as a small market team. I've endured it all, so I needed to process this. And upon processing it, I decided to come and straight do a video to put you guys where I'm at. Of course, you know that Damien Lillard was traded to the Milwaukee Bucks in a 3-team deal that included my Portland Trailblazers, the Milwaukee Bucks, and the Phoenix Suns. In return, my Trailblazers got Drew Holiday, defensive guy, great point guard, helped the Bucks win their championship the last time they won, a few years ago. We also got in the trade Ayton. I like the guy. I have seen him play personally, and it's kind of ironic that we finally picked up Ayton. And the game that I actually went to, I've been to Portland, and right now once I edit this, I'm going to be putting up certain pictures up in there accordingly. The pictures are not my own. They are of the NBA, but they are pictures that I took while I was in Portland. We got Ayton and some guy named Kamara. We also received the Bucks 29th, 2029 first round pick. That is unprotected. We also swapped rights to the 2028 and 30 picks with the Bucks as well. Of course, the Milwaukee Bucks received Damien Lillard, and the Phoenix Suns rounded out that trade, and they receive Nurkic, Allen, and Nasir Little, and also Keon Johnson. Nurkic, Little, and Keon Johnson coming from my Trailblazers, and Allen, who hailed from Duke University. came from the Bucks and is now going to Phoenix. Um, what can I say? When I say I am a fan in denial, but again, I saw this coming. But again, once you have been through the things that we as Portland Trailblazer fans have been through, you try to find anything hopeful. And for me personally, I got to respect the hell out of Damien Lillard for coming there, changing the franchise, you know, as a player, as a leader, as a gamer. I got to respect the hell out of him. So I'm probably one of the. I'm gonna say I'm not one of the only Trailblazer fans that is okay with this trade. I'm okay with the trade because I feel like we owe it to him. Like, you know, we've had multiple opportunities to push the envelope to try to make splash type trades, to put players around him, to help him not only elevate his game, but, you know, elevate the city of Portland, elevate the franchise of Portland, and push us over the hump. And in 2018-19 season, we made it to the conference finals. A lot of people didn't expect that from us, but we made it to the conference finals. Although we got swept by the Golden State Warriors, it still was an incredible season. And you look at what Damien Lillard did that season, nothing short of spectacular. Dame has averaged 25.2 points for his career in Portland. In that series against Golden State in 2018-19, that 18-19 season, he averaged 22.3 points in that series, 4.8 rebounds, 8.5 assists, and 0.8, call it a steal a game. Also shooting 36.8% from the three-point line in that series alone. Despite us getting swept, the guy did what he could do. He scored, he facilitated the ball. We just ran into a better team. And that goes back to what I was saying. I have to respect the hell out of this guy because he has literally did a lot for Portland. Not only on the court, he's done a lot outside of the court in the community there. I'm from South Carolina. I don't live there, but I mean, I've read the things that he's done, and when you get that type of guy that he's been pushing the envelope for you to do better around the team, for you to put more pieces around the team. Not saying that the guys that we have on our roster right now are not suited to win. It's just during the course of his 11 seasons in Portland, I mean, look at the rosters that we had and compared to what was out west, you know, during that span of time. So I just, you know, I hate to see him go. I don't want to use hate because I've never hated anything in my life. Let me clarify that. I don't want to see him go, but at the same time, it's like, you know, you got that OG, or you know, you the OG, and you got that young guy that's in the hood that got so much talent, or you know, that can do so many different things, and it's like, you know, why keep this bird, you know, trapped in this situation? Let him go and prosper. You know, he's earned that. We can have a discussion for another time about him being the greatest Blazer of all time, and my only knack with that is you know, I can argue the fact that we have only one NBA championship to our franchise's history. But also I don't like to put championships in the discussion of who is the best player of a franchise, or who is the best player of a conference, or who is the best player of that year, or who is the best player of all time. we can argue that fact that he probably is and will be considered the greatest Blazer of all time. And we've had some great guys from uh, the redhead bomber himself, who led the team to an NBA championship in '76, or you look at guys like Clyde Drexler. You look at guys like Terry Porter. You look at guys like the late Cliff Robinson. We've had a lot. Brandon Roy would have been in that discussion. Would it have not been for his knee injuries in his career? LaMarcus Aldridge was a damn good player for us. We've had a few, but none have been like Damien Lillard. And when I say, I was not too shabby with that basketball in my hand as well. I didn't put myself in situations to where I could have moved on to professional type ranks. But I got the opportunity to play at a high level and step on a college campus for a few, and I made a decision to leave before it ever even got started. But I know basketball when I see basketball, and Damian Lillard has it. So to me, speaking from the inside of me, he is the greatest Blazer of all time, and no matter where he is at, I am going to always root for the guy. Even if we make it to the finals and happen to have to play Milwaukee, I'm gonna root for the guy. I want my Trailblazers to win a championship, but I'm gonna root for him to do great. And again, I have been to Portland. I've saw Damian Lillard play. I have saw DeAndre Ayton play. Like, we played Phoenix that game, beat the bricks off Phoenix. Just nothing but respect, man. And I looking at all three teams with this trade, I like what we done. We didn't put him where he wanted to go, but I mean, the business is the business. He understands that and respect that, and I would love to have a inside conversation where it would just be maybe us talking, chatting. I wouldn't even put it out there. Like, I'm doing this video now. I'm a blogger, a podcaster, video, all that good stuff. Like, I'm striving to do a lot, but that would probably be just one thing I would do and keep to myself. Like, the business of business is crazy, and I can imagine, what the front office was when it came time that he wanted to move on. So but I think my Trailblazers got a great deal. We got a lot of money off the books. We cleared up a lot of cap space. We got a great center in DeAndre Ayton. We got a first round pick down the line that's unprotected, meaning we will have it no matter what. And Drew Holiday probably won't be on the roster due to the fact that we have Scoot Henderson. But that is another means of a trade and getting more assets to come. If Drew Holiday decides to stay, I wonder what our roster would look like then. Drew Holiday, because he is a defensive guy. He can score the ball with the best of them, but he's going to lock your 1 or 2 or even your 3 guard up. And I think that is our new identity. We are definitely young, and we need to be very defensive minded under Coach Billups, who was a great scorer and a great defender in his own right. So, of course, I'm going to say I think we did great. I would truly give this trade and gathering of players, I would give it a solid B+. Only reason why it's not an A or A minus or A plus is because the fact that I'm not sure that Drew Holiday will stay. Phoenix getting Nurkic, Grayson Allen, Nasir Little, and Keon Johnson. You got two young guys. You got a defensive guy in Allen, and Nurkic. Nurkic is a good player. I mean, again, I have seen him play. Barring they were before his injuries that he had, but I think Nurkic will be a solid middleman for them. He can step out and hit that 15-footer, or he can go down low. He's a great passing center. I would give Phoenix's pickup of players, I would give their grade of a B minus. Of course, looking at the Bucks, they get all world, all Mr. Everything, Dame Dollar, formerly known as Mr. Lillard. I give them a B plus, because the fact that you're losing a defender like Drew Holiday, a defender like Grayson Allen, and a spot up shooter, you gained a hell of a score. So really now it's, hey, on that pick and roll with Giannis and Dame coming down, it's pick your poison. Are you going to stay in the lane and let Dame shoot it? Or are you going to step out on Dame and let Giannis get it and get two and one? And never mind that they still have a decent roster as well. Barring it's some underrated players aside from my man from Charleston. I forgot his name already because he was hurt last year. But anywho, I think all teams got away, but I didn't mean for this to be that long. It's terrible. I'm and I'll tell you a quick story before I end. My significant other likes the Milwaukee Bucks, started liking them before their championship season, like a season or two before that. They won a championship. I still owe her a jersey right now. But I was saying, like, you know what? I'm going to put all my teams in Wisconsin, because my number one overall team, of course, is the Green Bay Packers. And of course, Milwaukee is in Wisconsin. I like the Yankees in baseball, and yikes. Anyway, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put everything in Wisconsin. I'm gonna give up the Gamecocks, because I like South Carolina Gamecocks. I'm give up the Gamecocks and start liking the Wisconsin Badgers. Of course, I like the Packers. I'm gonna start getting with the Milwaukee Bucks. I said, and I'm gonna go with the baseball team. I'm going with the Milwaukee Brewers as well. Like, nah, you crazy. You ain't gonna do that. So it's ironic that he go to the team that I was saying that I was gonna do that on. Like, I don't even think she knows that he's been traded there, so she'll probably get a laugh out of that. But yeah, that's a quick little story. Crazy but true. Again, I love my Trailblazers, man. It is what it is. I plan on going back there soon. Yeah. So again, appreciate y'all for staying this long. If you have stayed this long, give me some comments on what you think about the trade, what you think about possible rosters, what you think about this upcoming season, because this technically is my first NBA segment and I'm going video, but I'm going to do an audio as well on Spotify. So again, make sure you go to Spotify, subscribe to me there, and when I do it on Spotify, it automatically goes to everything else podcast wise that I'm logged into. So wherever you get your podcasting from, go on there, check it out. Also, again, I'm doing this video. It will be on YouTube as soon as I edit it. So definitely subscribe there. Hit that bell for the notifications. Stay in tune with me. Again, comment on whatever you want to comment on. Get at me. And the more comments, the more likes, the more I will be uploading and possibly going live. So bear with me. Stick with me and join the conversation, alright? If it ain't sport breaks, it ain't knowledge world. Peace.
PNP, nigga.